What is going on, everyone? Poke put out a video kind of talking to Sweetly, who is a VTuber I'm not too familiar with, but they're talking about some of the massive issues that CN has with Wuthering Waves. So I'm very intrigued by this. I wonder if we can maybe solve some of these issues ourselves, take a deep dive into it, see what's going on.
Seriously, how's your
I
day?
almost fell asleep listening to you for the past 2 hours.
I'm sorry. It's just there's just so many things to go through. I'm so sorry.
It's okay, I understand. You have to go measure your chest and some other urgent matters. It's fine. Maybe you should measure all the parts, so in the future you have it ready when people ask.
Yo,
Whoa,
you can't
she's
cook
kinda
me
hitting on him.
30 seconds into the call, man.
I've never actually watched Poke that much. Is he like...
Okay, what video do you want to talk about? Because essentially we're just gonna talk about the echo thingy.
Yeah, I think the main issue that the CN community has with the ecosystem is it feels worse than the Genshin Star Roll, where it's like in Genshin and Star Roll, you log in, maybe you spend all your stamina and then you don't get anything, and that's it. Here it's you log in, maybe you spend 2 hours or maybe 4 hours farming with your friends or farming with yourself, and then you upgrade, and then you get nothing. So it's kind of like you sink your time, and then you sink your resources, and then you end up with nothing. So it's like even worse, feels bad.
Okay, if I'm understanding correctly, so like for Genshin and Star Rail, you basically farm relics very easily because once you farm you spend your resins, you'll get the relic with the subsets shown, and then you just have to upgrade them. Whereas for Wuthering Waves, you need to not only farm the upgrade materials, you also have to farm the overworld for the main stats. Is that the issue?
Yeah, and then there's
Yep.
the recost ones are really hard to farm. You farm, there's only maybe 5 or 6 of some of them in your world. So then you kill them, and then sometimes they don't even drop an echo. And then when they do drop an echo, they might not be the right main stat.
Yeah.
At first I thought maybe it won't be too bad. I feel like maybe they could fix this by adding like a daily limit of, let's say, every day when you log in, your first 5 echoes or your first 10 echoes, you're guaranteed to get the drop. And then maybe once in a while you can like designate the main stat, kind of like your self-modeling resin in Star.
Interesting. So when you log in for every 24-hour period, the first 10 monsters you kill are guaranteed to drop an echo. That way, players could say, okay, these are the 3-star type echoes that drop. First 10 you go get. That gives you the opportunity to actually try and farm out your main stat, and then you go. Interesting. That's not a bad idea.
Real?
Right.
Having some system like that, I think it's probably in line with what the developers want. They want players to log in, spend time in their game, but it alleviates some of the feels bad factor of I logged in today, I spent so much time farming, but then I didn't get anything to drop, or maybe.
This is interesting though, because like Kuro's been listening to their fan base and responding actually pretty well, right? So you would think that they created this ecosystem, and it honestly seems like they didn't really consider the fact that this type of system would get super feels bad grindy, because when you initially get into the ecosystem, it's actually fun how you get your relics, right? It's like a fun way to explore the world and get your gear. That was my initial impression of it. And I think that's what the devs were probably thinking as well. Maybe they just didn't consider the back end game type grinding kind of stuff, or maybe they did. I don't know. But when I initially got into the ecosystem, and I think a lot of content creators were like this as well, it was hella fun. And then all of a sudden, it dawned on us as we kept playing, like, oh shit, this is gonna be bad to grind out, like really bad.
I didn't get anything I want to drop.
Yeah, because it takes like a really long time. Like you comb through the world and then you want to get that specific main stat and it just doesn't drop, and then you go to your friend's world and do the same thing, but if it just doesn't drop, it's like you feel so much time wasted. Whereas like in Genshin and Star Rail, at least you only waste like the stamina portion, right?
Yeah, I definitely don't think it should be easy to get like your end game gear right away, but here it's, you might not get anything after like spending time going around your world farming the echoes, which
Yep.
I think is what the CN community is concerned about.
Yeah, is that the
Okay, so the community is simply concerned about it feels like more of a time sink because you have to run around the world, is what it sounds like to me. Now, if there was a way that we could cut down how it feels like a time sink to be honestly, even if it were like the equivalent feels bad and wastes time of Genshin or Star Rail, we would all endure it, right? Because we have been for years, right? But with Wuthering Waves, since the ecosystem is exploring the world, it takes part in the open world, it's going to feel worse, right? I wonder if there's a way, maybe they could do something like this. They have a game mode like an arena where they drop you into a ring with like 10 monsters. Every single one of them drops an echo. And there's this fast kind of way to accumulate echoes. Now, my issue, like, although that could be a good answer, my issue with that is that it literally just becomes another Genshin and a Star Rail, and then you're basically just going into one domain over and over and over, and that gets old, right? So if you're really considering endgame here, and maybe Kuro thought of this, is maybe they thought the grinding in Genshin or Star Rail is terrible because it's boring. You just go in, you know you're gonna wipe everything on the floor, and then you're done, and that's lame, and you don't get anything, and that's lame. So they thought maybe it would elongate the life of it, not of its not getting so boring if it were in the open world, right? So it is interesting. It is an interesting conversation.
yeah, equating this to like a MMO gear grinding system mixed into a gacha game casual friendly level.
Yeah, it does kind of feel that way because it encourages you to pretty much.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. The concept is the same. Look, man, I played a shit ton of World of Warcraft. It feels kind of. I guess the concept is the same, right? You go out, you kill a big boss, and then maybe some gear drops. The thing about World of Warcraft, right, is that it's an actual MMO where multiple pieces of gear drop from a boss and can be traded if you didn't like if this person doesn't need that piece of gear, they can trade it to you, right? That's what MMOs do. I don't know about Final Fantasy personally, but I can definitely speak on World of Warcraft. If like five pieces of gear drop, this person to your right gets it, but he doesn't need it, he can trade that to you. You could ask that player, hey, do you need that? And you can get that piece of gear. So I think in MMO styles, you're actually more likely to get gear than this current ecosystem. If they implemented something like that, right? Like in your co-op mode, multiple echoes drop, and then like a trade system, that would be sick.
Go around a world hop and then keep continuously farming,
Yeah.
at least in the beginning when you're looking for your main stats. Because I think right now most people, some are capped by Echo EXP, but a lot can't get the correct main stat for their things.
Wait, I'm just curious. So, like, for example, do you see the monkey here with the
Yeah, I see the monkey.
yeah the so you're saying that this monkey, it might not even drop like crit rate, right? Because this might be just anything. So it's the same as the second line.
Monkey is
Oh, it's always crit rate.
forecast, so it's not too bad. The forecastings, if you see the number four on the top, right
Uh-huh.
under its name, the forecasts are bosses, and then you can farm those once every 5 minutes. The bosses respawn,
Yeah.
Right.
and then
Cause
you can keep
yeah.
farming. So the
Yeah.
monkeys are not the big issue. The big issues are the 2-3 costs on the
Like
left.
oh, okay. These four
There's like
things over here.
3 and 3. Yeah, on the very left. Normally you equip 1 4 cost, 2 1 cost, and 2 3 cost. And then the 3 cost ones are the elites in the world. And there might only be 5 of them in your world, or 4 of them in some cases. So then you go and kill them every day, and then if they don't drop, they might not drop an echo first of all. And then if they do drop an echo, it might not be the correct main stat.
Right.
Okay, I think I essentially understand what's going on here. I don't want to go through the whole video and kill you guys with, an hour long video. I think I understand what they're talking about here. And it is an issue that I do think Kuro should at least take a look at, right? I think some of what she said, like a pretty good idea would be to the first 10 echoes that you kill, or the first 10 monsters you kill, they're guaranteed to drop. That would be a pretty good solution, right? Like some sort of fail safe. And then from there on, it's just a diminishing return of how often they drop. That's not a bad idea. I also think the idea that I had, like in arena mode, where you drop in with just 10 echoes, they put it in a challenge form. You kill them all, they all drop an echo. That might be a good solution, but again, I think that might get tedious and start to feel exactly like Genshin or Star Rail, where you just go into a game mode, you smash everything just to get your materials, and that gets boring. So I don't know that it would have uh, like a very long lifespan like that. Or what they could do is maybe in co op mode, there is a system where, let's say you kill one monster, let's say you kill one 3-star elite, and then the echo shows up. And maybe there's like 3 options. You could cycle through and just kind of pick your best option, maybe trade it with other players. I don't know, right? There are a couple things that they could do here. We could all use our creativity and think of some awesome way to do this. So yeah, we got to let Kuro know, right? We got to speak up and let him know. So if anybody is in beta, please, when they do their next survey, let's let them know in the forums, post it on Reddit, tell them all this kinds of shit, because we want the game to be good, right? Don't just say it's terrible, it's a terrible game. No, 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 no. We want to give constructive feedback. So, and Kuro's gonna listen. They've shown that they're gonna listen. We have no reason to believe that they won't so far. So let's all speak up on it, see if we can come up with a good solution for this. And yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. If you like this video, subscribe, like it. I'll see you in the next one.